Hurricane season is here, and a storm can really strike at a moment's notice, causing expensive damage to your home and really even your wallet.
Yeah, it's important to prepare your finances to weather any storm. Financial professional Ashley Terrell is here with some tips on how you can be ready. Ashley, it's great to have you back with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
You know, typically when I think of a storm, a hurricane, finances aren't really always top of mind. I mean, we always tell people have cash in your wallet, but how can families watching right now prepare their wallets?
Yeah, so it's super important to get prepared for hurricanes. Here lately, the natural disasters have been on the rise. Just last year, we've had $27 billion natural disasters.
Wow.
So these can definitely impact our pockets. And unfortunately, 1 in 4 Americans don't have an emergency fund or something set aside for a natural disaster. So the best way to get started is to contribute whatever you can every month. Even if it's just a little bit, that will count. Anywhere from $10 to $100, whatever you can do.
Such good advice. And it's good now because, I mean, we're in hurricane season, but we're not in the peak of it yet. So there is still time to get your finances in order.
Yes, absolutely. You have some time. And it's also important to make sure that you have the documents that you're going to need as well. Make sure that you take pictures of your home if you do evacuate before you evacuate. A waterproof box or a fireproof box is great for birth certificates, Social Security cards, or even your policy numbers, because if you need to file a claim, you're going to need all that information.
Absolutely. You know, I want to go back to what you were saying about the emergency funds, because every little bit counts. I mean, what would be a good starting point for families? Because when we're talking about natural disasters, I mean, it could be thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yes, so we recommend having at least 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses set to the side. Like you said, with a hurricane, everything is unknown. You could have to find somewhere else to live for several weeks or several months. So you need to make sure that you can get yourself through that. You also may be out of work. So preparing for that is super important. 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses at the minimum.
That's good advice.
Specifically here in Florida, obviously, you know, hurricanes are what we think about most, and hurricane season ends in November. But it's probably important for people to keep that money, you know, tucked away if possible, because I mean, it's going to roll around again and you just never know when you might need it.
Absolutely. So we'll notice sometimes we spend that emergency fund down, but make sure that you're keeping up with it and replenishing when you need, and definitely keep it year-round.
As far as insurance, I mean, how much is enough to protect your home, your loved ones? I mean, money that you've spent investing into your life.
It really depends on each individual situation. I have some clients who prefer to be self-insured. That may not be the case for everyone, so I do suggest sitting with an insurance agent or a financial advisor to see what route is best for you. But it's also important to note that not all insurance is equal. The basic insurance doesn't cover flood, hurricane, or fire. So if that's something that you're concerned with, you should make sure that you have that type of insurance as well.
Great. We want to pop some of those tips back up on the screen that Ashley just mentioned. A lot of helpful information as we are sort of in the midst of hurricane season right now. Super important to get your house prepared, your finances in order. And we've got Storm Track meteorologist Charlotte Carl joining us now because we are about to approach the peak of hurricane season. So this is a lot of good advice for people as they prepare everything.
I know, I'm over there taking notes for myself. You know,
good advice,
it's
Ashley.
always
Thank
good
you.
to mention, you know, the insurance thing, because I feel like, especially after Milton, you know, there was some kind of debate, especially as to is this considered a hurricane-related damage or is it other wind? So, you know, yeah, the different types of homeowners insurance it's definitely something to talk about.
And while we're talking about it, some of the flood maps did change for residents here in Palm Beach County. So if you haven't looked into it, do it right now.
Yeah, double check your policies for sure, especially, August 20th. That's when we start to approach the climatological peak of hurricane season. So always good to be prepared now, you know, so you don't have to stress about it later.